Discover the genius. Who was Bertrand Russell? Ever wondered how one person could revolutionize philosophy, mathematics, and social activism in a single lifetime? Meet Bertrand Russell, a genius who dared to question everything. This is the mind that shaped our modern world. Let's dive in. Now remember, this is education mixed with entertainment. So with that being said, let's analyze this train of thought accordingly. Chapter 1. The Philosopher and Logician. Russell's contribution to philosophy were monumental. His collaboration with Alfred North Whitehead led to Principia Mathematica, a work aimed at grounding all of mathematics in logic. This effort shaped the study of modern logic and had a significant influence. And Russell's theory of descriptions transformed the way language and meaning are analyzed. He questioned how we know what we know and how language reflects reality. By dissecting fundamental philosophical problems, he challenged the boundaries of human thought. Russell's work laid the groundwork for analytical philosophy, forever changing how philosophers approach logic and language. Chapter 2. The Social Advocate. Beyond academia, Bertrand Russell was a fearless advocate for peace, education, and human rights. He opposed World War I, earning imprisonment for his pacifist stance. He also spoke out against nuclear weapons, co-founding the Pugwash conferences on science and world affairs. His writings on social justice, freedom of thought, and skepticism towards authoritarianism made him a voice for a progressive change. And despite criticism, Russell held firm to his belief that rational thought could solve society's greatest problems. His activism didn't stop with ideas. It was a lifelong commitment to making the world more humane and just. Chapter 3. The Educator and Writer. Bertrand Russell was not just a philosopher and activist, he was also a passionate educator and prolific writer. He believed that education should cultivate critical thinking and individual freedom rather than conformity. In his book, The Problems of Philosophy, he introduced complex ideas in accessible language, while his essays and lectures explored moral, social, and political issues. Russell advocated for reason, scientific inquiry, and skepticism in public debate. His clear, engaging writing style helped make abstract philosophical concepts understandable to a general audience. Through his work, Russell inspired countless people to think independently and question the world around them. Legacy and impact. Russell's legacy extends far beyond philosophy. His ideas influenced computer science, linguistics, and cognitive psychology. His clear, fearless writing made complex ideas accessible to the public. Russell believed education and rationality could overcome prejudice and ignorance. His courage in speaking unpopular truths inspired generations of thinkers, activists, and leaders. In a world still grappling with questions of truth, ethics, and reason, his legacy endures. Bertrand Russell remains a towering figure, a genius who taught us to question boldly and think deeply. Now, because I want you to think, as opposed to telling you what to think, here are 3 questions to consider. Question 1. How did Bertrand Russell's work in Principia Mathematica influence the development of modern logic and computer science, and what are some of the practical applications of his ideas today? Question 2. What were the key philosophical differences between Bertrand Russell and other philosophers of his time? And finally, question 3. How did Bertrand Russell's activism and political views intersect with his philosophical beliefs, and what can his approach to social reform teach us about the role of intellectuals in public life? So that's the end of today's journey. Now, if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and watch the content. And with that being said, I sincerely hope this video has provided value.